All right, so we got a week-long project, the game design project. This is a mini version, I would say, of this, which I just popped up. This is an entire uh, game synopsis that I had to write for a game that I made. Well, it's not done. I'm making it in the process of. But here's, full synopsis. This is college level stuff. I had actually submitted this um, for my master's degree, but you don't have to do all that. Yours is a simplified version, the game design project worksheet. So the first part is teams. If you want to work as a team with somebody else in your group, like in the class, you can do that. If you want to work solo, you can work solo. It does not matter which one you choose. Either way, list who's here. So if you are going to work with somebody, you're only going to turn in one. Everybody, you'll share it. That'll be the collaboration. So you'll click share and you'll share it with the other person that you're working with. And then when it's time to turn it in, every person on the team must turn it into Schoology, even if it's the same thing for everybody. This way, everybody's getting credit. Okay. So step one, you're going to come up with a game concept. Now, this part is a very easy part. Okay. Basically, if it is something that is like another game, you're just going to say it's like this. So let's say you're going to make a game that is kind of like Among Us. Then you can say an Among Us kind of game. If you're going to make a game that is like Mario Brothers, you can say it is a Mario Brother kind of game. A Candy Crush kind of game. Any kind of game, if it exists, then you just say it is this kind of game, right? If it's a completely new concept that doesn't exist and you can't just say it's like that thing, then you'll have to fill out the whole paragraph explaining what the concept is. And then this gives you some ideas down here. If you read this stuff, it'll give you some guidelines and understandings, right? Then you have your backstory. Okay, this is step 2, and that is what this is. So I'm actually going to attach this whole file, my story writing file, which is a full synopsis. Okay, this is the full game, but you only have to worry about the backstory, right? So this part right here that says backstory, that will be the part that you would make your backstory. So a backstory is the rules to the game. So if you're making Tetris, there's no backstory to Tetris. You would just explain what the rules are for Tetris. If you're making Candy Crush, there's no backstory to Candy Crush. You'll explain like 3 in a row gets you this, 4 in a row gets you that. The rules for the game. Like if you were making chess, there's no backstory for chess. It's just knights can move this way, pawns can move this way, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right? If you're making Mario Brothers would have a backstory. So don't copy the Mario Brothers story. Come up with your own version of Mario Brothers. Like instead of 2 plumbers, maybe they're 2 painters. Maybe they're the Mario sisters, which is kind of a weird last name. Maybe the Daisy sisters. I don't know. But that's what you would write here is your backstory. What is the point? Like if we're in a world like World of Warcraft, why do I care? What is the story that brought me to here? Right? That's the backstory. Step 3. I will explain in the other part of the video because I actually did explain this whole storyboard at another point. So I'm just going to insert another video here. So now we are going to complete the worksheet, which is step 3 and 4. Now that you have the rules and the backstory of your game, okay, you're going to design your game. So basically, you can read this yourself, but we're going to be making a storyboard. And if I click here, it'll take you to Storyboard That, which is a great storyboarding program. So you can create a storyboard, and actually I'll just walk you through this real quick right now. You don't have to create a crazy storyboard, 3 panels or more. If you want to have more, I do have an example of one that I'm going to post up, but just very quickly, you can pick your scenes. What you pick is totally up to you based on whatever kind of game you want to make. Then you have your characters,
They have lots of different characters. This is, as you can see, there's a lot of different options and things that you can do. I'm not gonna go crazy. You can spend as much time on this as you want. However, I did want to show you that when you are done, so you've created your storyboard and it's complete now, and it actually walks you through. So I'm going to hide these tips because I already know them. But if you see over here, it'll say log in, don't do that. And then there's also a save button down here, don't do that either. Here's the problem with these things. If you do that, then okay, so let me back up for a second. Some people are on Chromebooks and they don't have the ability to print screen. I've been told by students that you can't print the screen. So if you're on a Chromebook, then you're going to have to click save. And then you don't have to create a new account. You can just sign in with Google and that'll give you your Humble ISD. So okay, you have to accept the terms and conditions. So let's go with your Humble ISD. I think that it won't let me because I've already done this previously. Oh, okay, 2 storyboards per week. This is what I wanted to show you. You can only create 2 storyboards per week, so there is a limit. But to get around that limit, okay, so if I just say this is a test, and then I save my storyboard, now you get to this part. You can download it as a high-res image, but here I'm going to show you exactly what happens when you do that. So if I open this, it's going to put, oh wait, for it to open, it puts these terrible watermarks on them, if you see that. So to avoid that, at this point when you're here, I would just hit print screen and take a screenshot. Now if you're on a Chromebook and you cannot take a screenshot, then you're not going to have a choice. You're going to have to download it with the watermarks, which is fine. I just don't like the watermarks personally. So that's it. You make a storyboard, you put the storyboard in there. When you're done, now you have your storyboard. In step 3, right here in this space, you're going to insert your storyboard. So if I say insert image, and I upload it from my computer, that should be in my downloads, that test high res that I just downloaded, or your screenshot, and that's what it should look like. You should have your storyboard in there right underneath step 3. So let me be clear, you have to have your storyboard inserted into step 3. That's what I'm looking for. Don't just send me your storyboard. This needs to be a complete worksheet. And then you have step 4, your platform. This is whatever you might think. It's not really a big deal. So you can say Xbox, PlayStation. You could also say PC. Okay. And then an explanation why, and you can say Xbox or PC has better graphics, or PlayStation because I want it to be a Squaresoft game, or it doesn't matter because you want to play for all platforms. You could also have mobile, web, whatever you want. Okay, but it's, what platforms and why is basically your step 4. Step 5 is going to be blank. You're not going to finish step 5 because step 5 is a reflection after you've presented your game. So you're going to then submit this completed worksheet. So you're going to say file, download as a PDF, take that PDF, turn it into Schoology. I will then look at it and then I will give you feedback on your game, and that feedback will be your step 5. So in actuality, I'm going to fill out step 5 for you, but since you're giving me a PDF, it's not going to be in this box. It'll be, I'll give it to you either your group or a comment or an email or something. So I will communicate step 5 to you. And that's it.